Hey guys, my name is Emily Hibdon and I am a star director with Limelight by Alcone, and today I am doing my first official makeup YouTube video. So yay! So if you want to see this look, pretty simple, keep watching, okay? And if you don't want to see it, well, I hope you have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, and hope your next video that you hop on is amazing, okay? So I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Here is my little before, what we're starting with type deal, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my hair up because I have long hair and it gets in the way and I just don't have time for that. So hair is up in a bun, let's go. I'm starting out with some One Drop Wonder, aka Unicorn Pea. I love this stuff. I use it every single morning, every single night, and I use some before makeup application as well, and I swear my foundation goes on so much better and my skin just feels amazing all day. I follow that up with Skin Therapy, which is my favorite moisturizer from Limelight by Alcone, and it is just amazing, y'all. Gives me all that extra hydration that my dry face severely needs. Next, I go ahead and prime my face, alright? So I'm using a spray primer from Limelight by Alcone and then just letting it dry on my face. I like to kind of wave it in. Not totally necessary, but I don't know, I feel like it helps. Once my face is primed, I go in and start my brows. I'm using my Brow Tamer brush number 14 from Limelight and Brownie points, the dark brown, and Acorkable, the lighter brown. And then I'm also using the Time Setter Makeup Finish Spray from Limelight by Alcone, and it is totally amazing. You spray it in a little cap, you dip your brush in, wipe a little bit of the extra off once you get the dog hair off your brush, and then you just go straight into your darker brown shade, which I am using Brownie points. Doing this kind of makes your own sort of makeshift brow pomade, and so what I do first is brush my brow hairs up, and then I start from the fuller part of my brow in the middle and just start doing small, slow strokes towards the end, the tail area of my brow, and then I repeat the same process on the top to make the outline and then just color that in. It takes me a few tries just to make sure I've got everything covered, but you can see me kind of checking, and wow, that is such a difference between one brow done and one not. So now I'm just doing the same exact thing on the other side and making some crazy faces apparently, because that is just kind of who I am. Now what you see me doing is just double checking both sides to make sure they are as even as possible. Then I'm going to go in with my lighter brown shade Acorkable and start working on the inner part of the brows, filling in the outside areas first and then filling in the middle and kind of bringing it into the middle of the brow, and you'll see what's going on here in a second, okay? Just give me a minute. And here we go. I'm working on the other side, and y'all, we are using the spoolie to blend that out and kind of almost blend them together into a unibrow. I know it looks a little funny, but trust the process. It will all work out in the end and it will look amazing. After the shading in the brows is done, I am going to go in with some concealer number 0 from Limelight, and that is a very light concealer that works perfectly for my skin tone, and I am just cleaning up the outer parts of the brow, anything that maybe I've added too much pigment to, and just really making that shape sharp, nice, and beautiful, okay? And then after that, I am just taking a clean large shadow brush and blending out all of that concealer and going in and touching up anything that needs some help. After that, I'm grabbing some more of that concealer 0 and just patting it directly on my eyelids, because as you can see, my eyelids have a lot of red pigmentation going on, and you can see all of the little capillaries under the skin. And so by adding this light concealer, I am making like a blank canvas for my eyeshadow to go on to later, and it's going to help the pigment just pop that much more. And I went ahead and sped through both eyes so you can just see them both completed, and look how much lighter they are. Now I'm going in with some concealer number 2 right there, so it has a peachy undertone and it is going to be perfect for fixing these mom bags under my eyes. Yes, I have a 14-month-old and sometimes she just doesn't sleep, and so we've got to cover these bad boys up, otherwise it looks like I am just totally exhausted and we want to hide that. So look, this eye is bright, wonderful, and this eye obviously still needs a little bit of work. So I'm going to go ahead and go through doing the next one. Almost like magic, that one is done, and we are moving on to the next step, which is blending out any concealer on the eyelid and then going in with my translucent setting powder to set the lid so that we don't have any of that nasty creasing going on. So you notice I am patting this powder on. I'm not brushing it and rubbing it around. Just patting will give you the best results. Now we are on to my favorite part, the eyeshadow, and I love this palette so much. It's so beautiful, it's so warm, it is my daily go-to palette that you really can't go wrong with. So I'm just started with a pointed blender brush. This one is from Limelight, and I'm just going to
grab my little color switcher, which I got this at Walmart. All it does is make sure you don't have any leftover pigment on your brush, so that you don't accidentally like muddy up colors and have it looking real messy. But I'm starting out with a little bit of that blush hour, the pink color. And it is on the pointed blender brush. Then I'm going straight into the crease area and a little bit above, and just using small windshield wiping motions back and forth, and then slight circular blending motions just all around, up and out. It's okay to get a little bit messy on the outer corners because we can easily clean that up with concealer if we need to later. Now I'm going back in for a little bit more of that blush hour color and repeating the same exact process on my other eye. Since you already saw me do this on the other eye, I'm just going to go on ahead and speed through this part. After I apply the color on the other eye, I like to look at them both and be sure that they have the same amount of pigment or close to it. And now we have zoomed in a little bit so we can go in with the second color. Pay no attention to the dog hair on the brush. I have huskies, it's just kind of my life. I grabbed Brownie points, which yes, is the same exact color I use on the outer portion of my brows. I'm glad you noticed. And I'm just putting it on the outer corner of the lid, and then using my pointed blending brush to just very gently blend that into the crease a little bit, and then up and out into the outer V part area of our eye. I don't know why I said our eye. Apparently it's ours now, it's not just mine. So yeah, enjoy the community eyeball that we have here now. We are just repeating the same process on the other eye, and I'm just going to skip through this again, kind of speed it up, because I mean it's pretty much exactly the same, just with a different eye. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about this part. I'm putting a little bit of the brownie points on the lower lid area just to add a little bit of smokiness, a little bit more depth to the look. Here we go again with the color switcher just to make sure we get all of that dark brown shade off of my brush, and then we are going to use the blush hour, the pink shade again. I don't know what that was. Oh, I do. Yeah, we were gonna have two cameras recording this, but the other one died and I didn't know, so yeah. Oops. But anyway, we're using some of the blush hour just to intensify that pink a little bit, and I just decided that I wanted a little bit more going on than what I originally started out with. So yeah, it's totally okay to change up your look kind of halfway through and decide you want a little bit more of certain things. Now I'm looking for my mascara because I always lose it, and there we found it. I'm going to tuck that on my shirt to warm it up because mascara always applies better when it's warm. And then I'm using my very favorite shade, Sweet Dreams. Yeah, there's me thinking I have the camera again. It's okay. I'm a little bit of a dork, but we love it. Look how pigmented and beautiful that is. I'm just using my finger to straight up pat that on my lid, kind of the inner area, blending it into the middle, and wow, look at that. It's amazing and a wonderful addition to this entire look. Right now, I'm just loving life and happy that I found this color because I lost it a couple weeks ago and it took me a couple days to find it, and I was really upset because, like I said, this is my absolute favorite color ever. Now it's foundation time, y'all. Heck yes. I use Shinto Zero Foundation from Limelight, and then I use my Blenderful, which, yeah, it's dirty. I need to wash it. It is okay. I'm just going to show it to you on half of my face at first just to show the incredible coverage this stuff has. Like, it's insane. Look at that. Look at it. It covers all my redness like it's nothing, and don't forget to blend that stuff down into your neck, girl. Also, I guess it's time to address the elephant in the room, this weird thing on my face. It's a pimple that I popped and then picked at, so yeah. I'm going to use Concealer 1 from Limelight because it has a green tint, which is perfect for counteracting that redness. And you can see I'm not just pressing down in one direction. I'm pressing like up, down, sideways, all these different ways to really cover the sore because it's not just a pimple. I popped it. It's just like a scab and kind of gross now. I'm sorry. Don't act like it's never happened to you. It's happened to everybody. But after we cover it with the green tinted concealer, I'm going to put the tiniest, tiny bit of pressed powder on it, and then I'm going to stop and move along and apply the rest of the foundation to my face. You'll notice that where the pimple is, I'm being a little more careful and being sure to press down and not like rub back and forth because that will take the concealer off of the pimple, and you want to just make sure to press down and cover that really well. Now I'm going to cover up that unibrow finally, right? Use a little bit of foundation and just put it right between those brows. Then I'll use a buffer brush to buff it out and blend it together, and wow, we've got two beautiful brows now. After that whole brow situation is fixed, I like to go in with a little bit more of Concealer Zero right under my eyes. You'll notice I didn't apply a lot of foundation under my eyes. That's because less is more when it comes to under your eyes and preventing creasing. So I'll just use a little bit of concealer and blend that really well with my Blenderful sponge. Now y'all, it is so important to set parts of your face, especially under your eyes if you do have any creasing. I went ahead and picked up some setting powder on a large shadow brush, and I'm grabbing my setting spray. I'm gonna put that spray on my sponge and then kind of tap it out of my arm to make sure it's not too wet and make sure it's just more damp. So once I've got that all tapped out, I am going to take the sponge and just go straight up under my eyes and press while looking up. So what this is doing is stretching out the skin and pressing all of the concealer around to make sure that it is not already settling into my creases. And then I am applying the setting powder with the large shadow brush in tapping motions while keeping that under eye skin stretched out by looking up. We're repeating the same process on the other eye, and I'm just gonna go ahead and speed through that for you. Now that the under eye areas are done, we're pretty much gonna do the same process on the forehead because I am really expressive and sometimes get creases right above my eyebrows because they move up and down so much. So I press out any of the creases that are happening with the Blenderful, and then I apply some pressed powder, and look at this magic, y'all. Look at it. The side that the pressed powder is on is so matte that shininess is gone and it looks amazing. So I'm trying to show you, look, shiny, not shiny, shiny, not shiny, shiny, not shiny. I had a lot of fun doing that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face with the pressed powder. Once we're done setting the face, we can go ahead and go in with bronzer. So I am using bronzer number 3 from Lime Life, just picking up a little bit and tapping off the extra, then going right in under my cheekbones. I'll then make sure to blend it out really well, add a little bit to the top of my forehead just to really warm up my face. And now it is time for blush. I'm just kidding, I don't like blush, I'm not using it, just put it away. Okay, no, goodbye. I will go ahead and get my Sweet Dreams back out. I'm not going to use it on my eyes this time. We are going to use it for a highlight. It's one of those products you can use for more than one purpose, and I just love it. Again, look how gorgeous that is. It's amazing. We love it. So just apply that to the top of your cheekbone. Blend it in. You can use a brush. I'm just using my fingers because that's the kind of person I am, and it works wonderfully. We've got everything on our face now, so we are going to go ahead and spray that setting spray after we shake it up and just, again, wave it in. Same thing we did with the primer to let it dry completely. I am doing only mascara today. I'm not feeling like doing fake lashes, so I'm just curling the lashes, and we were listening to Let It Go during this, and so enjoy my sweet dance moves. I know they're pretty amazing. After the lashes are curled, I like to go in with a spoolie just to separate the lashes because I've noticed sometimes with the curler, at least the one I have, it kind of clumps the lashes together when you curl them, so I like to separate them before applying the mascara. Make sure you get your mascara back out of your bra though, because you don't want to forget that. And now I'm just going through and applying my mascara. I do the same thing on the other eye, and sometimes if I notice that I am accidentally clumping the lashes together or I just want them to look a little more separated, I'll just use a spoolie because it's basically the same as a mascara wand, just with nothing on it. It is time for the last step with this look, and that is lips. So I am going to be using my favorite Enduring lip liner, and it is in shade 1 Light Nude, and I'm just going to apply it like any other lip liner. I start on my Cupid's bow and just kind of connect the dots almost. I don't try to do one fluid motion because every time I do that, it just turns into a mess. So I take my time and I just go and fill it in as I can, and then I actually am applying that all over my lips because I love how lip liners look when they're applied all over and they last all day. And I just realized that I forgot to fix this little mess I made right here on my eye. I got mascara on my lid, and so a real easy way to fix this is to grab a spoolie and very gently wipe back and forth. You're gonna see that you're gonna have some like flakes go down on your face, and that's because you're literally wiping off dried mascara from your eyelid, but you need to wait until the mascara dries. Don't try to fix it while it's still wet because then you'll just smudge it everywhere and it will be a mess. Oh, and also I forgot about applying some mascara to my bottom lashes. And now I am taking my hair down and we are doing like the reveal of the actual final look. This was a pretty simple look that I would wear pretty much every day because it doesn't take me much time, it's easy to do, and it's only 3 colors, so it's nothing like super complicated, and honestly this is something that looks really pretty on everyone. Here is my also somewhat awkward attempt of showing you an actual close-up of the eye. I promise I'll get better at this.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. In the meantime, if you aren't already, make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I will link those down below. All products that I use will be listed in the description box, and if you have any questions or comments, or if you like this, please let me know. Comment below and let me know. How many times can I say let me know? We don't know. But I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, afternoon, 3 a.m., whatever this is for you. I hope it's amazing, and I'll talk to y'all later.